is a video about fear, ignorance and other things the UK Independence Party uses to attract its votes. Okay, so just because I want to be clear, many would call me a liberal, however I prefer the term rationalist. Only in a world as back-to-front batshit crazy as ours would someone who prioritised the health of the planet over profit, investment in public education and healthcare be considered a radical liberal, if indeed there could be conceptually a person who holds tolerant views extremely strongly. As I get older, I've found the old adage that with age brings a rise in conservative values to be hilariously inaccurate. If anything, I see the way the world is going and lurch further and further towards the liberal cause. If we even want a fucking world to live in, we need to stop thinking 10 minutes into the future about our bottom line and instead focus on longer term sustainable answers to our problems. One way to absolutely spectacularly guarantee our failure as a species is to pander to opportunistic right-wing fearmongers like UKIP, because that's what they are. Let's not fuck about. The more reasons we have to belittle their easy answers to complex problems approach, the better. See, my problem with that way of thinking is that it's more fantasy than the utopia I have in my mind's eye. This was pointed out to me with the realisation that some people actually believe what's written in The Sun. I know a lot of people who read The Sun. It's actually a guilty pleasure for a lot of people to read something that is almost mathematically proven to make you more stupid just by reading it. But then I have worked on building sites, as a sign maker and other manual jobs. There I found evidence that people actually take that shit seriously. Take the issue of Europe for example. By what's written in rags like The Sun, you'd figure that it was just a bunch of questionable sexuality continental types, single-mindedly devising the best ways to bring Great Britain to her knees. As if they've been waiting to do so all along, the bunch of spiky helmeted Hun. Why do we want them dictating to us what we can do in our country? Is a common rhetorical question. Well, they don't actually do that, and any European laws that we have over us were entered into voluntarily by our democratically elected representatives. Things like the European Court of Human Rights, which incidentally UKIP wants to scrap. That's the problem with simple answers to complex problems. They're fantasy. That doesn't stop them being powerful. Anybody can realise how powerful a barefaced lie can be, but they are essentially bullshit. The truth as I see it is this: complex problems don't have simple answers, because they're complex. The clue is in the fucking name, people. If you're planning to vote UKIP to teach the political class a lesson, just remember that that's been done before, by the Germans in 1933, and that worked out fucking great, didn't it? But then again, you'd know that if you'd ever read a fucking book.